Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sarah and John Lee is over here and we are from North to Nowhere. We live and travel full-time out of our Ram ProMaster van. You can see behind me. And today we are finally in Arkansas. We crossed over the Mississippi River this morning after spending a couple days in Memphis. And now we're at this beautiful lakeside campsite. You can see the lake and we can have a campfire. And I'm super excited because we haven't been able to have a campfire for quite a few weeks now because we've been in just more like urban areas and there just haven't been places for them. So yeah, just cooking up some lunch. I'm gonna make a cake a little bit later. It's not even 70 degrees. So yesterday and today were a little bit cooler than it had been. So it's actually really good cooking weather because the van doesn't get crazy hot. We can like leave the doors open and I can cook to my heart's content. So that's what I'm doing today.
What up, my peeps? Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here in Arkansas.
We're just taking a walk around our campsite. Just exploring a little bit more, see what else is here. It's such a pretty area. It was such a nice camp spot, very peaceful, especially after Memphis. So,
yeah, we basically slept under the I-40 bridge for 3 days. It was loud.
Yeah.
This was nice. Hopefully we find a couple more spots like this throughout Arkansas. I hope so.
Yeah.
Today we plan on exploring Little Rock a little bit. We're not far from there. And then going to the Hot Springs National Park, which I'm excited about. So let's get to it. All right, we made it to Little Rock. Our first impressions. It's actually pretty clean. Yeah. Really nice city. There's not a lot of people around. It's a Monday afternoon, not even late morning. But there's not a lot of people around. It's really cool. We're right by the river. Fun fact, this little rock here is piece of this right here. is actually a piece of the rock that named Little Rock. It was the rock that marked where settlers, when they were crossing the bridge, where they would be able to cross, and it was known as the Little Rock. Yeah, fun fact.
There's a cool river market, so we're gonna go check that out.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a lot of unique food and different things like that, so I'm gonna try to convince John Lee to let us have some lunch there.
We'll see. Alright, we're finishing up in Little Rock. It's actually pretty nice little city. I'm not a big fan of cities, but this one seems kind of nice. It's small, clean. At least where we are, there's not a lot of people around.
Yeah, and at the river market, the food was actually super affordable, which was really nice. They had all different kind of food. There was Mexican, Middle Eastern, American, Korean, all kinds of food. We tried the Middle Eastern food, and it was absolutely delicious. There was a very sweet lady there, like making everything from scratch. It was so good.
Yeah, so next we're heading to the Hot Springs National Park. Alright. Alright, well, we're at Hot Springs National Park. So far, we have no idea what's going on. We tried following the trail, and there's no actual hot springs. And we have a map, and the map doesn't really help us. It doesn't show where any of the springs are. There's one spring in the beginning that kind of shows like a little example of it, and there's a little bit of hot water coming out of there. It's really hot water. It's kind of cool, but it's a tiny little pool. And there's a path to go up to an observation deck, which you have to pay like 15 bucks a person to go up to, and it's just kind of doesn't really make any sense to me.
And
so
we're like in the middle of the city.
Yeah, it's like, so you have to pay to park on the street, and yeah, so we're actually gonna try to do the driving tour of the thing and see if that is any better. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay, so we just finished at the Hot Springs National Park. It was definitely not exactly what we had expected. It was in like a cool town, which wasn't expected. It was like a small city. And they have like bathhouses and spas, but you have to pay for them. So it was just kind of weird. And then there's like the observation tower, but you also have to pay for that. You do get a discount if you have the national park pass or if you're a military service member. But yeah, I don't know, just kind of a weird place. We did a scenic drive and it's pretty, but not what we expected. So now we are heading down to a park that has water. So we're gonna fill up our tank and then we're gonna head to a campsite for the night. Hopefully we can find one that's sort of as pretty as the one we were at last night. I'm hoping to make another campfire, so let's see.
All right, we made it to our campground for the night on Lake Ouachita. There's even a fire pit. I think it's called Lake Ouachita. It's actually a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. Right on the lake. Very cool. I'm excited. And now it's time for dinner. Well, that should do it for this video. We're gonna wind down for the night. We got a nice fire going here by the lake. About to eat some dinner. And then it's bedtime. Thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.